heterosexual men don't like women for real. They don't. They like women sexually, but they don't like women. They're not attracted to what a woman is outside of her sexual organs. So then when we get into why a lot of men womanize, or why it's just they're minimizing a woman based off of who she slept with or who she potentially can sleep for, because it's like you haven't gained the appreciation of the wholeness of a woman yet, and what that wholeness of a woman can bring to your life. A lot of times we'll talk about strength and we'll say men are stronger than women, but that's because we value physical strength. We're not talking about emotional strength, spiritual strength. We're not talking about the type of strength that can run a household. And we're not putting that same type of weight. And what I would encourage, and this was the shift that I had to do, is I had to start liking the wholeness of a woman outside of sex. And then when you do that, now you appreciate the things a complete woman can bring. When we talk about the Bible talks about finding a capable wife, right? That capable wife, that person that if you was to stumble, can pick up the ball and start running. And there's a lot of men that have just a wife because they was only concerned about what she can do in the bed. And so what I'm just encouraging men to do is just like, and it's for our own benefit, because a lot of us, especially men with some type of means, we end up finding a dependent, not a partner. Yeah, she can fuck us good, but if you was able to stumble, bro, what the fuck is gonna happen with your family? And so I just encourage men to be, I'm not gonna say more, because that's unrealistic to a lot of men, but as attracted to what she brings as a feminine energy to your life outside of just what you're doing in between.
Check this out. So to that point.
Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakahakudas, double honors to the apostles and elders of the millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom. Lord willing, this video is edifying. It's going to be sent around the video that you just seen on the screen of another guy, man, another character out here simping, giving these false narratives about what a woman is, and this whole woman empowerment thing, continues even to this day, regardless of what we see, out of these women right in front of us. All right, he's talking about, appreciating a woman for what she is. And a woman at the baseline is a sinner, right? She is the weaker vessel, okay? And what he's saying, women don't even believe that. You look at what we see today, how women portray themselves. They portray themselves as sex objects. So what do you mean, she's more than just that? In the grand scheme of things, in terms of helping rear the children and, under the direction of her man, then yeah, but, a woman does not lead a household. The man leads the household. The woman follows his lead. And that's where Jake fails to realize, man. So caught up fucking simp. I'm so sick of these niggas out here pushing this simp vibration, this weak man vibration, want to put women on a pedestal. Where has it gotten you? What has it gotten us? Putting all this pressure and expectation. It really is not fair to the woman, okay? Because she can never live up to the expectation and the narrative that he's trying to paint of her. Even though she might like it and it sounds good to her, she knows a woman knows her worth, man, and her value. Okay. And they know it ain't that high. Okay. Otherwise, they wouldn't be out here sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Harry. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Yahushua is the Most High Yahweh. Right. So the head of every woman is the man. So what house does she, run or lead? She just implements the orders and the law that the man establishes. That's it. Okay. Talking about spiritual strength. What spiritual strength does a woman have? Other than being vulnerable. Okay. The scriptures say he didn't give them that portion, right? This is Job 39:17. Because the Most High deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. See? So these women don't have good sense. They don't have wisdom. The Lord ain't, dealing individually with a woman, man. That's, the scriptures tell you that she shall be saved through childbearing, which is what? A sexual act, right? In order to have a child, you have to have sex. So you saying that she's greater than her sexual organs is, invalid. Okay. A woman is a man's toy in the grand scheme of things. Okay. She means something to her husband. Right. And to society as a whole, if she's in order, right, and she rears the children to be law-abiding citizens and, obedient to their father, right, then, yeah, okay. But in this day and age, come on, what woman is doing that? Especially here in America, that's not happening, This is 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Right. So she is the weaker vessel, and you have to be, you got to be considerate. You got to think, really got to contemplate that. Okay. That's why you have to talk to them and treat them like children. Right. Because of how they act and how they respond to different things that don't matter, like your tone, or the way you said something. Right. She could be, doing everything to deserve to get cussed out. You raise your voice at her and now she's crying, right? Like she didn't deserve to get cussed out, right? Or she could be flat out disobedient, right? And this system allows her to, this rulership, this kingdom allows her to, enables that. Matter of fact, it encourages that. So you have to, when you deal with your woman, you have to consider these things, that on this side, a woman truly does have leverage over you. All right. She has leverage over you. And if push come to shove, Esau will believe her over you, as well. Ask Tory Lanez, right? 0.01% chance he was the one that shot her, according to DNA evidence, but yet he still got 10 years in prison because of what she said. Okay? Because the black woman The Israelite woman has been completely weaponized against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Israelite man, she's been completely weaponized against you. So you listen to a goddamn fool like this, your ass gonna end up in a situation that you didn't want to be in, okay? Or you just gonna be a sucker getting played out here, talking about recognizing the value of a woman spiritually and all this, man. You know what the scriptures say about women? This is first. Let me see, Salakia. Scriptures, man, don't lie. You know, you got these simple ass niggas out here selling these pipe dreams, all for some coochie. You know, because women watch. He probably got a big woman audience, and they be in the DMs like, yeah, say it again for the people in the back. You know, that yes, queen spirit. Fuck that. Fuck that. You know, these women are wicked, evil. How many examples do we have to see? But then you still have niggas like this, come out and speak madness. This is Sirach 25 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So spiritually, this is a woman's portion, a sinner, right? So when this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Either that or he's being coerced, being paid to put this, weak, simple ass message out there, right? To, continue to keep guys in that simp beta male spirit. This verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, right? So remember that when you're dealing with a woman, okay? Not only is she by nature a sinner, but she's also an enemy on your side or on this side, right? She's your enemy. Micah tells you that. She that is my enemy, right? So you have to recognize that and consider that when you're dealing with them, and don't listen to morons like the guy you just heard, okay? Because they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So with that, I give all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shember, Kakwadash, Wa Abba, Babal, and DTA, DTN.